I think was really decisive for Port Adelaide because he's such a ball winner. He was still getting a bit of the footy on the wing, but he can do more damage as that general in the midfield. And with 20 touches already now to three-quarter time, he'll get a lot more of the footy in this last quarter. Looks like they're going with Laddams again down at full forward for the Magpies, and they're going to start with Big Sam Hayes, I should say. Willie Mays Hayes.
It's a good one.
Yeah, but he's a good young player, is the big fella, young Hayes. So
they put Marshall back too.
All right,
Grant.
okay. Now listen, fellas. What's the last message now? Glenelg are still in a huddle. Still in a huddle. What's the last message from Mark Stone for season 2019? They've led all day.
Yep.
That means a big fat duck egg if they're not in front at the end. What is he saying to his Tiger troops now?
You still have to attack. That's the main thing, and that's what has got them there for this whole season. Why they were on top of the ladder for the whole year is their attacking football. They've got players down there that can kick that winning score. If they go defensive, Bernie, it'll be to their detriment.
That's right, yeah. I think he's telling him that Port will come. They'll chuck the kitchen sink, but you've got to withstand it. You've got to stay calm, stay to the game plan. Don't turn into individuals if things start to go wrong. Don't get wobbly, stay together. That's how you win grand finals.
9 goals are being kicked to right of screen to the Riverbank stand end, to 5 at the opposite end in this game. Port are kicking to the end that the 9 goals have been kicked. Can they get some momentum in this final quarter and run over the top of the base?
Michael, a very quick one from me. In the second and third quarters, Glenelg got a goal straight away in both of those quarters and got them going in both those quarters. I wonder what will happen in the first minute or two of this final quarter.
They got a goal at the 3-minute mark in the first term, 1-minute mark of the second, and the 1-minute mark of the third.
They moved Leonard onto the wing too. That could be a good go for Port. They get some real run there. They're rolling the dice, taking him out of the back line, but it's working out really nicely.
It has all come down to this. In season 2019, Glenelg take a 21-point lead into the final quarter of the SANFL Statewide Super League on the SANFL Digital Pass. Down it goes. White knocks it down. Drew's hunting the footy. Snook tried to go off the ground. Lean it, got it away to Frederick, who's confronted. Lost the footy. They pile in. The umpire will call for another bounce.
Good pressure there by the Tigers. Looked like Port Adelaide were going to be away there. They got a couple of handballs on the outside, but the Tigers shut them down quickly.
Another ball up. Ruckman wrapped arms around each other. Nicholson went through, couldn't quite collect it. Agnew there, and looks like we'll get another ball up. So as many of these as they have will really suit Glenelg.
Yeah, it certainly will, Michael.
Hayes knocks it down for Port Adelaide. Now emerging is Snook. Snook's kick out in front of McBean. McBean and Corcoran. McBean just pushes off. And now a little chip kick. Overcooked it. Here's Scott. He's got to dodge around. Threw it on the boot. It's a goal. He's got 3. And the Bays have continued to kick goals in the early parts of every quarter, with Josh Scott getting his 3rd. And they lead by 27 points, 10-5, 65, 5-8, 38. Well played, Liam McBean.
Well, he did that too easy, didn't he? He was able to push his opponent off the footy, and he's a big man, near 200 centimetres, and he just used the nice centering kick, then came over the back to Josh Scott, and he balked around his opponent as well. Could have given it off Josh Scott, but decided to have a crack at it himself. Number 3.
Yeah, and the man of the moment again in the middle, Snook. I mean, he's just starting to control this game on his own. This boy, he might have his hand around a little medal if he can keep it going.
Thanks to Bone Timber for that first goal too, Walshy.
Oh yes, they have supported brilliantly right throughout the year for the Glenelg Football Club, as Partington's waiting for the ball to flick out in his direction. He gives it to guess who? Snookman. Kicks the ball a long way towards full forward. It's off the back of the pack. Scott races forward. He's got it. Hand pass over the back. Nicholson stands. Nicholson delivers a behind. Just offline. Swung away. And through for a behind Glenelg. 10-6, 66. Port Adelaide. 5-8, 38. Momentum with Glenelg. And a poor kick into play. Reynolds almost got the free kick. Now he's got it. He's got a hand pass out. Who's going to go for it? Guess who? Snook. Take it high. Umpire says no, he didn't get taken high there. There's no whistle. It comes out now to Nicholson. He tries to hand pass. There is an official. Where's the umpire's whistle? Cleared away by Port back to centre wing.
High kick. Gould's got to knock it away. Where are the runners? Who's going to get there first? They all fall over. Gould just ran over the football. Couldn't bend. They're pretty tired. And a ball up. Wow.
He was a long way away, the umpire, that time. Knowing he was having a breather.
I think that's, they sit off the player a fair bit, the umpires.
White takes it out of the ruck and did a half-distance kick away to Lean-it kicks around the body. High ball. Gould just running with the flight. Laddams did nicely. Runs around the boundary line. Handball. Did it okay. It ends up with Lean-it again. Kicks it high. Getting back is Tringo. Takes the mark. Right near Agnew. And you just get the feeling that Tringo has either got to set this goal up or he's got to kick it.
Yep. And he was backing back into the unknown there, so that was pretty courageous stuff there by Jack Tringove, and he has worked his way into the game nicely, and one of his most important kick of the season.
9 goals, 6 for the year.
I guess he'll get the carry, I would think, if he's got the accuracy.
Saw him as a young kid playing for Sturton. I thought, wow, this kid is absolutely going to brain them. Hadn't quite worked out. Those foot injuries really hurt him. But here's Tringo from right on the paint of 50, from about 47. It's a good kick. Is it going to get there? No. It's away to the right. 27 points the margin. They need goals, not points, Port Adelaide. 10-6-66, the Bays. 5-9-39, Port Adelaide. We've gone 4 minutes in the last quarter.
Let's not call it the disease of inaccuracy, but let's just think about when those goals that should have been goals were missed earlier on. They start to hurt you. McBean marks at halfback. McBean turns, kicks into the man on the mark. Average kick. Nicholson. Hand pass was better than average for McBean, who kept on running. Got the hand pass. Kicks towards half forward. It's going to bounce. It's going to bounce in the direction of Corcoran, who falls over. Corcoran's got the ball. He's laying an egg, the umpire says. He might have laid an egg, but he couldn't have got off that one. Let's ball it up.
Oh, Marlon was out the back too.
Yeah. Yeah, they were
Home
away with another one there, yeah.
McBean runs down to full forward, guarded by Jana. Well hand passed out of trouble there by Drew. That's good work. In defence, the big kick will come from Mackenzie, who kicks down the ground. Oh, good grab in the finish. Ubergang. Might be hard to say, but his kick was pretty good. And his relieving kick was to Bradley. Bradley does well, taps to Joseph. Joseph, short pass on for Reynolds, who marks at centre wing out of side. Glenelg lead 10-6-66. Port Adelaide 5-9-39. We've gone 5 minutes of the last quarter of the last game of season 2019.
Reynolds has just drifted out of the game a little bit. Got an early touch there. Ball thumped away by Garner of Port Adelaide. Here comes Frederick for Port. Can't get through. Quick little hands away to Hewitt. Now Drew back to Hewitt. Oh, he's confronted by Agnew. He got him. It spills to close. Now away to Scharenberg, who's got Motlop in a pile of space. And we know what Marlon can do from 45. He sets sail for home. Is it going to go the journey? It does, but it's not straight. Oh, Marlon. He's looking dangerous. And how does he find space out there? 10-7-67, 5-9, 39, 6 gone.
Porter one short back there. Marlon was out on his own. Leonard had to try and stand 2 men 30 metres apart.
Kick into play, not going to be too good. All Glenelg players, the ball by McCarthy, in towards full forward. There's Marlon again. One way or the other. He can't get caught. He hooks the ball. He's looking for Scott.
Yeah.
Scott's got him. Play on, says the umpire. Play on, says the umpire. Leonard goes the hand pass over the top. Port will get away. It looked like it could be dangerous. It's in the forward pocket for the Eagles, and it's over the boundary line. And Scott, he's up and about all right. He gets across and the umpire says, cool it, Scotty. He will. The ball will go to the Magpies, and with 7 minutes of play having elapsed in this last quarter, Glenelg haven't won a flag since 86. They're 10-7-67. Port's last flag was 99. They're 5-9-39.
Woodcock kicks away. Davidson kick was smothered. Laddams has got to do something here, confronted by a couple. Kept the ball in front of him. Did nicely on hands and knees. Back to Davison, back to Mays. His kick was smothered. Really good stuff by Michael Virgin. Absolutely outstanding. Boundary throw in. 39,105 in attendance here this afternoon. That surprises me. But they've packed them in. Well done to the South Australian public. Ball in. Laddams knocks it away. Good spin by Virgin. Handball. Appleton. Quick hands. Farrell. Now to Mays. Now Mays couldn't kick on his left, so he kicked on his right. Proud couldn't take the mark. Butters up nicely. Gets a handball back to Bradley. Bradley's handball back to Gould. Thought about going across the face and then just speared the kick to Virgin, who takes the mark at half back. Didn't go 15 and Virgin's away.
He's away all right. He's kicked before almost that 40,000 crowd. That's a biggie. We love that. Around a centre wing and there'll be a fresh start. That score, Glenelg 10-7-67. Port 5-9-39. 8 minutes gone. Final term. Final game for the season. Ball in the air. Bradley does well. Snook gets another disposal. He's overcooked this. This could be dangerous. It went a little bit too far. Almost a free kick to Leanett. Umpire says yes. No advantage paid. Running down the ground there with the ball was Todd Marshall, but it was brought back and Leanett is going to take the kick. He can't kick from there, surely. He's going to kick it long. Here towards full forward. Frampton flies high. Is he going to get out there first? He is.
It's better.
Went the hand pass. He knocked it towards Farrell. Farrell's kick at goal. It's a hot ball. It's knocked in the air. It's still a hot ball. Maggie's a chance. The skipper's down there, Sutcliffe. He can't get it. Joseph will go for the boundary line and does it well. Umpire says, that's okay. I'm watching. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt.
He couldn't do anything else, could he? I mean,
oh, you got to scream. You got to shout and carry on. And they did all that. Glenelg 10-7-67. Port 5-9-39.
If he had picked it up, he would have been holding the ball.
Been very good back there, Joseph. It's a good final series. White got in front of Frampton. Slips down McCarthy. And a couple of players appealing for a free kick there, but McCarthy was ditched. And another ball up. Port in attack. They need a goal. It's an understatement. Ball just hits a patch of grass. Now taken by Agnew. Just cleared the area. High kick. McBean stretches. Can't take the mark. Farrell, nice little quick hands. That's terrific. Now it ends up with Leanett. Leanett just kick around the body. It's a high ball. No one can take a mark for Port Adelaide. But I tell you what, Brad Agnew can take one for Glenelg. Terrific stuff. He's been important the last couple of minutes, has Agnew. Just flicks it to the outer side and finds Ubergang, who'll be looking forward to Oktoberfest, I would say. Ubergang.
He might have a quiet one just by way of celebrations, which I should not say. There's far too much time left in this ball game. 10 minutes having elapsed. But Port need to find some magic dust. McCarthy's kick towards the centre wing. Players over there. I like the way Nicholson's got amongst it. He did the handballing, which wasn't all that smart on that occasion. Comes through, neatly done. The kick now will be taken by Davidson. In towards full forward. Tigers with numbers in defence. Hand pass comes wide. Ubergang will get it well and will kick it to Scharenberg. So Ubergang and Scharenberg, when they sign autographs, it would take an eternity. Short pass on is clever. And Partington, who's just about won everything this season, including the 2004, the Digital Player of the Year, Digital Pass Player of the Year, takes the time, floats it in the air. Jesse White's going to go up too early. He's going to spread the pack open, but in doing so, he's knocked a few magpies out of their nests, and they will get the free kick. On our way to Grant Coffee, 10-7-67 Glenelg, Port 5-9-39, 11 gone.
Yeah, a bit of feeling behind the play there. Looked like Garner and also McBean going at it, but everything all okay.
The Hewitt kick. Hayes couldn't take it. Now Virgin just threw with a tired old kick into the centre. Scott just run under the football by Ellsworthy. Here's Hewitt. Oh, closing him down is Gregson. And then he just knocks it away. Here's one for the speedsters. Josh Scott's not really quick, but he's desperate. Now to Reynolds. Oh, how did he get out of there? Tried to get it to Gregson. No free kick. Umpire says play on. They all fall over. Kicked off the ground by McBean. Won't be a goal. Davison over the football. And then Bailey might have just given away a free kick. Ball caught underneath, right forward pocket. Glenelg in attack. We've ticked into now the 12th minute of the final quarter.
Yeah, good move by Mark Stone too. He moved Nicholson out to the other side wing to get him away from Leanett.
So much at stake in this little foray forward as Davidson's kick will go out of bounds. In the forward pocket of the Magpies. Well, gee, they need a goal. They need to find something, and at the moment, it's not happening. Virgin's kicking towards full forward.
Oh.
Yes, the game. No, umpire says play on. Out of the pack. The snap into full forward is marked in defence. McKenzie running back.
Look
I
like-
tell you what, this could go. Oh, look, it's just easy for us where we're sitting. Short pass on, and it's marked by William Drew.
Looked like Reynolds was going to gobble that one up,
Yeah.
Peter, and he dropped it at the last moment.
He did.
This is their problem, Port. They've got to get the transition up into the 50-metre arc.
Well, they've got it now with Woodcock. And let's check that score again. 13 minutes gone. 10-7-67, 5-9-39. Woodcock to half forward. Strong and bold. The mark is taken. Now, Proud's been as good as anybody for this final series.
Oh.
His short pass. Marked by White. Missed by White. He bangs it to half forward. Close goes over the back. Can't take the mark. He's going to get some support there from Scharenberg. Comes wide. It's going to be the ginger nut there in Drew. Over the top, a quick hand pass Farrell to Fredericks. Caught by Joseph. Holding the ball. Magnificent tackle by Joseph.
They really mean something, those tackles, in a grand final at this time.
He hasn't
you
had-
get double points for that.
Bernie, he hasn't had huge possessions,
No.
Joseph, but his
No.
pressure's been
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah. He's led the way. It's been really good. He's great last week too.
Had a mixed season. Joseph kicks high. One for the Flyers at the back. McBean couldn't hold it in. Reynolds,
Some party
smart
time
little
going in.
handball out to Scharenberg. Snook couldn't grab it. Fredericks got him. They both grab each other. And Fredericks said, that's my ball. Now taken by Appleton, who kicks high. And Maxi Proud has one grab too.
Oh.
Can't take the mark. Woodcock away to Frampton. Frampton back to Woodcock. He can't take it along. Now Proud waits. Bradley drops it. In goes Gould.
Oh, well
Tries
done,
to get a
Gould.
handball away. Drew comes through.
Good tackle.
Did he drop the footy? The umpire said, no, give it to me.
Fantastic by Gould. I mean, to run down Woodcock, half his size, half the weight, he just stays in the play.
Huge few moments in this game. Snook doing well, got a hand pass. Close ran pass, Trengove, in goes Motlop, who's up on the half-back line. Everybody bar four in the defensive area for the Glenelg team. Magpies need to get something out of this foray forward. Laddams runs into some trouble, and that trouble is Proud, and it'll be, let's start again. No, he let it go. He let it go. Kicking towards full forward over the back of the pack. They're all falling. Frampton saying that's a free kick, surely. So is Cox down there. He wants the free kick. Cleverly done. Virgin over the top. Motlop can run if he wants. He's not going to run. He's going to hand pass to Virgin. Virgin's going to rip it over the top to half-back. Delivered towards the centre wing. There's a bit of, how do you do? Let's go hard for this one. And the umpire gets across and says, no infringement. Garner's across having a look. So too is Bailey. And there will be a decision by the umpires, which is a no call is a good call. 15 and a half gone. Glenelg 10-7-67. Port Adelaide 5-9-39. In this quarter, we've only gone a goal. So I reckon we've got 10 minutes left in the grand final.
McCarthy wrapped up in the tackle. And the umpire will ball it up again. 15, almost 16 gone. Final term.
Yeah, the difference here is that Glenelg have got more options when they're handballing. Port have only got 2 or 3 options. Glenelg have 5, 6, 7 runners.
Here's Laddams trying desperately to get that ball away, but Motlop has
holding.
got him. And he's pinged. Well, you've got to hand it to Glenelg. When Porter ramped up the pressure, they went up to it.
Yeah, their tackling today, the Tigers, have been fantastic. They just haven't allowed Port Adelaide to get any free ball and use their running game. They've just shut them down nicely.
Marlon Motlop. Love that name. Played with North Adelaide. Played with the Power in the AFL. Played in the Northern Territory.
West Adelaide?
West Adelaide as well. Up they fly. No one can take it. Frederick was front and square. Couldn't quite release the ball. And Matty Snook is there just riding him like a bucking bronco. In the end, it'll be another ball up.
Liam McBean looks like he's going to take a hanger before this game.
Yeah.
He's flying at everything at the moment.
That's right.
I think that hamstring's okay.
He just wanted a couple of training sessions off.
Farrell couldn't get it through. There's Snook again. Boy, he's been everything like salt and pepper, as they say. Matty Snook.
They're probably getting a little bit too eager, McBean and Reynolds. They're getting a little bit too far up the ground now. I mean, they got time and they got the scoreboard pressure on Port. I'd get back a bit deeper and go longer to them.
Laddams down. McCarthy got the staggers. Fell over in the end and then held it in. But the umpire said that's okay. Ball it up. Time ticking away on the outer side wing. Scoreline 5-9-39. Port Adelaide. Glenelg 10-7-67.
Oops, he's dumped it.
Might be a free kick here, and it's going
Yeah.
to McBean. Just got one over the shoulder. The McBean pole.
He might have got one in the McChin.
Might have done. Nice McKick into the middle. And the McMark taken by Bradley. Now to Gould. He shows the ball a clean pair of heels. Will Gould goes long off the side of the boot. Here's Bailey. Might be a free kick here. And it's against Reynolds, and it's going to Hewitt.
Saw Will Gould in the under-16 grand final a couple of years ago. He was playing full forward. Then he kicked 5 goals, I think, from memory.
That's right.
McBean at half-back. Thank you, Michael, for filling in, because I just have the worst job of anybody at a grand final. And at the 15-minute mark of the last quarter, now what are your best 3 2-1s for the best on the ground, please?
To give the votes.
Win! Here's McBean. Swings in towards half-forward. Oh, over the back middle, flew high, couldn't take the grab. There's going to be a mark paid in front. And that mark goes to Peter Adams. 19 minutes gone. Can they get something out of nothing? The possibilities are that Sutcliffe needs to mark at centre wing. He can't mark the skipper, but he kicks it off the ground very intelligently to half forward. The chance is there for his teammate Marshall. Marshall's kick long to full forward. Cox can't take it. Yes, he can. Yes, he can. He had it. He lost it. He went back again. And number 47, Tobin Cox, has the chance to kick a goal as we get to the 19-minute mark of the last quarter. The T-man, he's kicked 1.
You want to hurry up, I tell you. There's not much time left.
This will be just the second goal of the quarter. I'm reckoning 25. We'll see out the game. Cox for a must goal comes in. He's missed.
No.
Or has he?
Got it.
He's got it through. Well, I watched the goal umpire. And the goal umpire went for a waddle to his left. Hardly any emotion from the Magpies. That's also what I'm watching. He's got 2. And Port Adelaide, 6-9-45. Glenelg, 10-7-67. 22 points the difference. 20 minutes gone in the last quarter. Is there another script to be written?
Well, there could be. If they get one here within the next minute, it is game on. So don't count out this game yet. And there might be more time than what you think. Sometimes I can't work it out. If there's stoppages, the clock stops. So you never know how much time there is. Port Adelaide nearly had another 6-6-6 dilemma there. Farrell had to run down at 100 mile an hour to get inside the forward 50.
Player spotlight is Andrew Bradley. So 1 mark, 3 tackles, 1 handball, 2 kicks. Andrew Bradley's been important for them back in the centre. Could we have another Collingwood resurgence against GWS from last night? Who knows? Port will need to get a wriggle on if that's the case. Collingwood almost snatching that game, but gee, if Port's going to snatch it, they need 2 quick ones here. A bit of a scare up Glenelg. Hayes got it down. Appledon away.
Oh, good tackle.
Ellsworthy run down from behind by Close. And they're out here. Is the advantage being paid? No, it's going to come back.
His pace is good, Brad Close, isn't he? He's
I tell you, he's got the blackest of black eyes. His left eye is as black as the ace of spades. He's copped one early. Here's Close. Wants to push it really out wide because Port want to go through the corridor. Up they fly. Nicholson can't take it. Scott, who's been outstanding. Bradley, the player spotlight man, has it smothered by Garner. It'll be a ball in front of the Jack Oatey stand. And the scoreline 10-7-67 to 6-9-45. Glenelg lead. 21 gone in the grand final.
Only 2 goals kicked in this last quarter. Surely etching towards the end of the game in a few minutes. Partington gets across, and he and Trengove, who've been outstanding ball gatherers right throughout this season, and of course one of the better players in the competition, Jack Trengove, missing 6 to 8 weeks, but he's back in town. Something has to happen out of the ordinary now for the Magpies. Throw in Lynott, who's done well, fists it back towards the safety of the boundary line. Partington's quite happy to run it over, and there'll be another throw in, and each time when that happens, and I prepare to handball to my co-commentator Michael Money, I take a furtive glance at the clock, which now says 22 minutes gone. Glenelg lead by 22 points.
Throw in. Hayes gets buffeted out of it. Partington. In fact, it's Gregson with a really high kick. Lynott, now Partington, now to Close. Quick handball. Woodcock back to Lynott, who got it onto his boot really quickly. Cox was there. Ball is out of play. They're all hailing for a cab. They all want it to Port Adelaide. They know time is on the wing. 22 and a half gone in the final quarter of the grand final. Glenelg lead the contest by 22. They'll take a miraculous finish here for Port to win this game. Hayes knocks it back. McKenzie hasn't had his best game today. He's been outstanding in the final series, the last few games. In they go. Appleton was there. Trent goes over the top. And another ball up. They'll love stoppage after stoppage after stoppage, will the Bays?
Yeah, that's right. Port have got to get up. They've got to bang that ball really wide. They just can't roll it down the arm. That's what Glenelg want.
These leg-weary Warriors who have run so hard right throughout this afternoon. It's gone to Drew, who bangs the ball forward. Off hands, picked up and kicked quickly back towards the jump provided by Close. Couldn't get it. In goes Snook, a busy player. Close goes back in. They're smashing into each other. You can see the beards of perspiration just spitting up in a vertical spot. These players have given their all. We've gone 24 minutes of the last quarter. Glenelg lead by 22 points in the grand final.
Can I hear a weir from Tigerland chant going up? Here's Sharonberg out wide. With every second that ticks through, it gets closer to a Bays win. Nicholson has it between the wing and half back on the outer side for the Bays. He's just going to load it up long. Who can take a mark? Big pack over the back. McBean does the roving. Close is also there. Back to McBean. Threw it on the boot. Can they put some icing on the cake? Here's Hewitt. He's got to get past Marlon. He's got him. Got him stone dead. And the umpires paid a free kick to Marlon the Magician. He's kicked a couple.
I think there's only a minute to go, Michael. Just looking at the board down there, this could be the icing on the cake for Marlon.
Yeah, he might be doing it on the siren.
Mark Stone has come down from the commentary box. He's down at ground level, and he's ready to run out to his players. He thinks that they've got it in the bag, and I think they have too. Marlon Motlop will soak as much time off the clock as he can. The siren may well go as Motlop kicks this ball. From 47, Motlop loads it up. It's a good kick. It's not going to quite get there. Oh, did it? I think it might be a goal.
It's
it
Marlon.
Is. The Bays are going to win this grand final for sure. Marlon Motlop boots his third and ices the game for Glenelg. Mark Stone down at ground level gives the runner a last message. 11-7, 73 Glenelg, Port Adelaide, 6-9, 45. The flag is heading down the bay.
Well, there's a lot of Tiger supporters here, Michael, and they are excited. That's a fantastic goal there by Motlop. Should have been touched by a Port Adelaide player. I don't know. It just about landed 5 metres out from the goal, still went through. Amazing stuff.
Glenelg's first final series since 2011. Their first minor premierships since 2009. Their last premiership in 1986. They've been about the place. They've worked so hard this year. They've been the best side in the competition, and they're going to win the GF. We wait now for perhaps the last few seconds. Glenelg 11-7, 73. Port Adelaide 6-9, 45. Everybody up and running now. There's 39,000 people, a lot of them Glenelg fans, in defence. It'll be taken and cleared away there by Sharonberg. Across the ground towards half forward. Siren! And Glenelg from Tigerland have won the 2019 SANFL Statewide Super League Grand Final. Glenelg 11-7, 73. Port Adelaide 6-9, 45. I'll zip my lip and I'll give you one of the best anthems of any spoiling song anywhere in the world. It's the Tigerlands. Here's Glenelg. They win the game 11-7 to 6-9. Let's hear it again. Well, I'll give you the tip, folks. If you're anywhere near the Anzac Highway, just wind down the windows in your car and you'll hear that coming through. And it may well be something that might happen at the MCG next Saturday afternoon with Richmond taking on GWS. Well, let the tune ring through one more time and then go through what we've got to offer before we wrap it up from here. Glenelg win the flag, 11-7-73 to Port Adelaide, 6-9-45. Okay, let's have some thoughts now from our two experts, Grant Coffey and Bernie Marnie. Glenelg leading at every change and winning by the biggest margin of the game at the end of a quarter, 11-7-73, Port Adelaide 6-9-45.
Yeah, well, it was an amazing game, and Glenelg, who beat the Magpies a couple of times during the year, but going into this game after the really good win by Port Adelaide in the earlier final, went into the game favourite, but the Tigers really controlled this game for most. But Port Adelaide had their opportunities, didn't make the most of it on every occasion, but full credit to the Glenelg Footy Club and Mark Stone, really turned things around. They got some couple of important inclusions this year. We spoke about McBean and also Agnew, but to get Partington as a pickup, you know, to win the McGarry medal in that first year.
And they lost Lockie Hosey as well, which just makes it even more incredible, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. And in some ways they were lucky because Josh Scott was coming back from injury and was able to sort of fill the void for him. But you think, Peter, what you read out before, their last premiership side and the coach, which was Graham Collins.
That's right, in 86.
You know, how many coaches and they've had during that period, because they had a lot of times where they were down the bottom